All right, let's start with some good news this morning. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella is on his annual India tour at the moment, and the buzzword obviously is AI. And with that, some questions on what exactly will it do to jobs? Such a major concern, right? Well, the reason I call this good news is that Satya Nadella, if you believe him, says that while there might be some disruption in the job market in the short term, while the AI adoption is taking place, skills can be learned and relearned by anybody and everybody, even in their mid-careers, to adapt their careers towards AI and also to embrace AI in various sectors. He's in conversation with Network 18's Shireen Bhan. Here's a snippet.
A lot has happened even since last year. I was very excited about sort of the prospect of what AI could mean. I was very stunned even at that point, seeing how some of the leading model work we had done was diffusing in India and even in like something like the public sector, right? That was the first time I saw the Jugal Bhashani demo coupled with GPT-4, and I was like, really, it was a drop the mic moment for me. And to come back a year after, and we're no longer just talking about AI. I mean, some of the use cases I talked about this morning, I saw from customers, commercial customers, non-profit organizations. I think this is the fastest rate of diffusion of anything new I've ever seen. And to your point, why is this excitement? Because I think it's tangibly changing economic productivity. Whether it's for software development, frontline work in retail and healthcare, whether it's access for a citizen or a rural, say a new immigrant into the urban area in India to be able to access services. I've not seen a general purpose technology like this that can have that type of broad impact. And that's where I think the excitement comes from.
Well, speaking about the excitement, Satya, let's also talk about the disruption, because while we are talking about productivity gains and what this does to workflow, what will it do to workforce is the question. And, where do you stand on that?
Yeah, first of all, I think, at the core level, I think we should not, we should sort of go back to the lump of labor fallacy. I think labor markets are a lot more dynamic than we give them credit to. But at the same time, we should be clear-eyed about any displacement. So a couple of things that we can do. One is skilling. One good thing about this generation of AI is it actually reduces the learning curve, not increases the learning curve. So even for somebody displaced mid-career, you can pick up new skills faster, easier. So that's sort of one. The second thing it does is it's sort of, if the previous era was about information at your fingertips, I think of the AI era as expertise at your fingertips. So you can take somebody who's in the front line, whether it's in retail or whether it is in healthcare. It perhaps will even improve the wages because they are now able to give more expert health advice, or more expert work is being done by non-experts. They may have domain expertise, but they may not have all the knowledge. And so therefore, I think that they could even be better wage support in new jobs. One of the coolest examples I saw right here in India, in fact, it sort of incubated in MSR, and after that, the founder of Karya took it and created Karya, which is about taking AI jobs. These are new jobs that didn't exist around labeling data and what have you, that are now being essentially syndicated out to rural India, where women mostly are able to find wage support, better wages, 20x wages compared to what is the general wage for doing AI jobs. So I think we will have new jobs, your ability to go up the learning curve will be faster and better, and even better wage support for some of the things that are in the front line.
But in the short term, do you believe that we are actually going to see more job losses than we do see job creation? Because we've already started to see companies talking about restructuring on account of adopting AI.
Yeah, I think that what is happening, some of it is just adjustment. I think this is where I think, as I say, labor markets adjust, right? If you take software development, the reality is there is a need for more software developers all over the economy, not just in the tech sector. So that's where I think, if there is one sector that's getting quote unquote more efficient, some of the labor force in that sector will disperse more broadly, I think. So I think that, yes, I'm not at all saying that there is not going to be displacement. Like with any new technology, we've seen it. But I also am very optimistic that we even have both the policy tools and the actual tools to help us manage this transition in a net positive way for even a country like India.
Satya, let me end by asking you, a decade now at Microsoft, at steering things at Microsoft, and it's a very different company in so many ways, 3 trillion in market cap to just start with. What are you proudest of over the last 10 years of the changes that you've been able to achieve? And more importantly, what do you see as being the engines that will drive Microsoft from here on?
It's a great point, Shireen. In fact, the way I count my time is this is my 32nd year at Microsoft and my 4th big platform shift, right? I was lucky enough to be part of the PC client server, the web internet, mobile cloud, and now AI. And this is year 2 of AI. If anything, I'm going back in time, to your point, of learning from what was it like when year 2 of the PC revolution, year 2 of the browser, year 2 of, say, the cloud, and ensuring, and the lesson I learned is you got to really take the new tech, lean in completely, democratize it, and have innovation, right? Because at the end of the day, there is no franchise value in our business. What matters is, can you see, long before it's conventional wisdom, can you really make it to the other side and then really create that platform? And that's what I'm excited about.